Welcome back to McNulty's Book Corral. Today we're going to celebrate the life and career of Anne Rice, who passed away recently. And I was going to wait until Halloween to do an episode about her, and I'll probably cover her again in Halloween. But because she passed away recently, and it was such a sudden, tragic passing, that I wanted to acknowledge her latest book, which just came out. And it goes back to the Mummy series. Remember back in the 80s, 89, she did The Mummy. Or Ramses the Damned. Most Anne Rice fans that I've spoken to consider The Mummy one of her great books, and we've all been waiting for a sequel. And a few years ago, she actually did one, which she did with her wonderful son, Christopher Rice, which was Ramses the Damned, The Passion of Cleopatra, which is obviously still on the market. So this is an excellent continuation of that, taking the storyline to another level. Now that she's gone, of course, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, boy, it's just endearing that Christopher Rice was able to work with his mother and produce such a good book like this, for himself, his fans, and for hers as well, because again, The Mummy was such a great book, really taking that whole idea to another level. So they produced the sequel, which is, again, excellent. It's Anne Rice and Christopher Rice. How could it not be good? And now she just passed away, and this just came out. Literally, I've only had it for a couple of days. It's the third volume that she wrote with her son, Ramses the Damned, The Reign of Osiris, which just hit the market. I have not read this yet. I've read the first two, and I'm going to start reading this now. So maybe at Halloween I'll talk about them again. I know I'm going to cover some of Anne Rice's other books at Halloween, because she was such a great writer. And as you know from previous episodes, I'm a fan of Anne Rice. And what a shame that she's gone, but how fortunate we are that Christopher Rice worked with her on these two books. And I don't know if there's anything in the pipeline or not, but Christopher Rice, I've read actually one of his own books, and he's really a good writer. So if you're an Anne Rice fan and you haven't picked up this new one, plus the first sequel, which would be Ramses the Damned, The Passion of Cleopatra, these two books should be on your must-have list, as well as, if you've never read The Mummy by Anne Rice, this is an Anne Rice classic. And I'm paying tribute to the lovely lady, and there she is, always in our hearts. And what a wonderful, wonderful writer she was. I wish I had met her. So kudos to Christopher Rice and the publisher, and to Anne Rice. Your spirit is eternal, and rest in peace. In the meantime, for you bookhounds out there, we have the 3 Mummy books to look for. See if you can find the 3 Mummy books and involve yourself in some truly great writing and great horror from Anne Rice and her son, Christopher Rice. Stay well, stay happy, feed your brain, and read a book.